All right, guys, so a new video for you. This one's going to be on the 5 guns that you're going to be allowed to have once Biden takes office. Tomorrow's the inauguration. We're going to see a new president. We're going to see a new House of Representatives, a new Senate coming up after this. All right, guys, so this is supposed to be, a little fun and a little humorous, but in this day and age with the Biden administration coming into office and the way the Democrats have been attacking the Second Amendment over the last couple of decades, I think this video is probably going to be about as accurate as you can get. Now, I lived through the Brady ban of '94 to 2004. That's when I was coming of age and really started to get into guns. And I quickly learned that the amount of legislation that a government can put over a single product that's supposed to be protected by the Bill of Rights, the supreme law of the land, shall not be infringed. The amount of infringement that the federal government can get away with and be supported is really pretty impressive. So, I mean, if you're going to live in a tyrannical country and you're going to elect tyrannical leaders, you can't but hold them in admiration for the amount of tyranny that they can manipulate people into agreeing to go along with. So, anyway, the source of this video, I was working on a video on American values and the Constitution and Bill of Rights and et cetera, and whether we have shared values in this country anymore or not. And I really was just getting disgusted with the whole idea. So I figured I'd do something like this, a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. And after all, this is a gun channel, not a constitutional channel. So anyway, with that, I'm going to get right into it. So a gun that you'll probably see make it through the Biden gun control plan of 2021 is a 1911. Now, this is the gun that won 2 world wars, and I've done videos on most of these guns, guys. So if you're interested in learning more, I'll have links that show up wherever they show up above, and you can go and see more on them. So this one is the TSOS 1911. Great copy of the original 1911 model. This one comes in 8+1 of 45 automatic and or 45 auto Colt pistol, 845 ACP. Great little gun. 1911, if you're in the market, the TSOS is really a good value. And you can still find these. I see these pop up all the time. They're out there. Great little gun, 45 hollow points. They can do some damage. They sure can. They are not to be underestimated. Don't ever underestimate the power of a 45. So this is number 1, 1911. Check it out. Number 2, right? Keeping with the handguns to start this video off. This will be another handgun or another gun that you'll be allowed to have under the blessed administration of Joe Biden. This is the Revolver. So this one is a Taurus. This is the Model 66. This is a 7-shot 357-38. Great little gun. I put some Hogue grips on it. Nice 357 in bluing. And this is another gun that you'll be allowed to have, if you're ever allowed to carry again, I should say. Yeah, the Biden administration have seen to it in their infinite supreme generosity to allow us mere American people with our Second Amendment rights and all of our constitutionally protected freedoms to own one of these, a 7-round 357 revolver. This is something you're going to be able to retain in a Biden administration in 2021. So number 2 is going to be a revolver of some sort. Now, this is a gun that's pretty popular in the United States. It didn't take an act of Congress in order to make this a popular gun. This was a popular gun anyway. But in this particular example, this is going to be the Smith & Wesson Shield. So any single stack 9mm, 40 cal, 45, as long as it's under 10 rounds, will be allowed in the Biden administration. Great little gun, easy to carry, easy to conceal, very thin, very small, great little gun to have. This will be allowed in the 2021 gun control ban that's coming from the Biden administration. And don't underestimate the power of the Biden administration. I think we're going to start seeing gun control bills. We've already seen some, but this is a new Congress coming into session. Don't underestimate the power of a new Congress to be motivated to pass as much legislation as possible around gun control. It's going to come fast, and it's going to come hard, and it's going to keep coming throughout the entire administration. You watch. And watch what happens in these omnibus bills, these large bills, these spending bills. Watch what kind of gun control they slip into those. That's going to be interesting as well. So anyway, back to the guns. Any kind of single stack 9mm 40-45, as long as it's sub 10 round capacity. Great gun. I love my Shield. I'll never trade it. In fact, I own 2 of them. So that was number 3. So number 4, this is a gun, number 4, this is a gun that I've never done a video on. This is my Marlin 30AS. This is a 30-30 lever action. First gun I ever bought for myself when I was 18, 19 years old. I was in the military, and I came back home on leave one weekend, and I wanted to buy a firearm. And so I went to a local place. It's still in business here in my hometown. And I picked up the best deer rifle at the time, which was the 30-30. Great brush gun. Love this gun. Never get rid of it. Had it a very, very long time. Going on 30 years now. Over 30 years now. Love this gun. But this is a gun that you'll be allowed to have in the Biden administration. Now, the ability of a lever action to rapid fire from a tube-fed magazine shouldn't be underestimated. This is a repeating firearm. This is a military-style firearm from the 1800s and early 1900s. So this is a military-style firearm, but this is one of those military-style firearms that the Biden administration is going to allow you to have in 2021 through all their gun control legislation. You'll be allowed to keep one like this. So it's your grandpappy's deer rifle, but it was also a military surplus weapon back in the early military days of the fighting that went on in the West. So some sort of lever action, low capacity, tube-fed magazine is something you'll be able to keep. So that's number 4. Number 5. Now, number 5, the SKS, military surplus rifles that have box-fed magazines that are not using detachable magazines will be perfectly acceptable in the coming Biden administration. Now, I first learned about the SKS under the Brady ban in 94 to 2004. I was introduced to the SKS. That's when these guns really started to come into the United States around the early 90s, but in the mid 90s they started gaining popularity as being an inexpensive semi-automatic rifle that was easy to own, easy to operate, cheap, and with a box 10-round magazine, as long as you remove the bayonet and the bayonet lug and you didn't pimp it out too hard with any Tapco furniture, it was a perfectly legal gun to have under the Brady ban of 94 to 2004. So I really fell in love with the SKS. I think it's a great value. You know, good materials, good workmanship on these old Comblock semi-automatic rifles, you know, using the 7.62 by 3.9, great little guns, and they really became popular during the Brady ban, and they've stayed popular throughout. You see the prices continue to grow, but this is another one of those guns that Mr. Biden and his cronies in the Democratic Party are going to see to it that you'll be able to own coming into his administration. They're not going to come after this one right away. They want to get rid of all the other scary ones first, but this is another mil-surp rifle that is a weapon of war. Ask the Vietnamese. This is a weapon of war that they'll allow you to keep. So thank you, Mr. Biden. This is a good one to have. So next up is a bonus item that is probably more for humor, but it also has some place in the Biden administration. This is a weapon that the Bidens, I think, would prefer everybody have over any of the other guns that I've already mentioned on this list. This is your Daisy Red Ryder BB gun. This is your, you know that sound? This is the Red Ryder BB gun. This is the one that'll put your eye out, kid. This is what Joe Biden sees every gun owner in America owning, and this is it. This is all they really want you to have, and I think they would ban this if they thought they could get away with it. So Congratulations, America. 81 million of you have voted. We're going to have the most anti-gun president in recent memory coming into office in 2021. Thank you, 81 million Americans. You can't be wrong. So anyway, that's all I got for this one, guys. If you love your Red Ryder BB gun as much as I do, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And if you want to follow me on my other social media platforms, I'm on MeWe now. I'll be back on Parler whenever it shows back up. I'm reluctantly on Facebook. Don't expect too much there. I'm on Instagram. I'm on bitshoot.com. So I'm everywhere and anywhere you think would be important. I'm trying to make a presence there. I'm trying to diversify. I don't like Facebook. I don't like Instagram. I don't like Google. But YouTube, you know, this is the best way to get out to people. So follow me on those other social media sites if you want to stay in touch, if you want to keep the network of like-minded gun owners going. Follow me on those other platforms and let's stick together moving forward. And if you got any questions, got any comments, got any suggestions, if I missed the list, if I missed the mark, if I did your favorite gun, if I left your favorite gun out, throw it in the comments section. Let's talk about it. I always enjoy engaging with you guys. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later and stay safe. Congratulations, Joe Biden. Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Later, guys.